My dear associates, I am addressing all of you, whether in service or retired as station masters of Indian Railways, regarding extension of modified assured carrier progression. Why I am taking up this issue as a first one is there are many intriguing questions to be answered while implementing MACP to the station masters. And the ACP was introduced in the year 1999, and the same was modified at MACP, Modified Assured Carrier Progression, after the implementation of the 6th CPC. The only difference between ACP and MACP is number of years of stagnation. The basic concept in regard to ACP as well as MACP is stagnation point. That is, one has to be stagnated in a particular grade pay or a scale of pay continuously for 12 years and 24 years as far as the ACP is concerned, and 10, 20, 30 years as far as the MACP is concerned. And all other modalities prerequisites for granting MACP is same as in the case of ACP. There is no difference in that. And after the implementation of the 7th Pay Commission, the basic grade of station masters, which was actually in 330 560, and then 1220 40, and then 4500 for 7000, and then 5200 24,800 for 2800 grade pay, has been modified as, that is previously 425 640, then that has to be changed as 4400 to 2300, then as 5000 8000. Now it is level 6 after the implementation of the 7th Pay Commission. While 7th Pay Commission has recommended MACP to the central government employees, they have introduced a system wherever there is an upgradation of post. The scheme would be operated from the date of notification of the recruitment rules. As far as the station masters are concerned, the minimum grade was of 2800 was abolished from 1/1/2016, and that has been upgraded to 4200 grade pay, that is level 6 after the implementation of the 7th Pay Commission. And consequential effect on MACP also was explained in the MACP order itself. But the destiny of station masters is whatever be the advantages or what you call privileged welfare measures that is being circulated by the railway board is being misinterpreted by the personal department, and we have been negated with what you call advantages of such circulars and such beneficial schemes introduced by the government of India. What has happened is they have put a class in para 5 of the MACP order, which very specifically goes into the root of the system and say that wherever, let me read that, what you call that paragraph. Promotions earned, upgradations granted under the ACP scheme in the past to those grades which now carry the same grade pay due to merger of pay scales, bar upgradation of posts recommended by the 6th Pay Commission shall be ignored for the purpose of granting upgradation under modified ACP. This is after the 6th Pay Commission. In RB 16 of 2020, that para 5 was slightly modified, and let me read that also so that you can differentiate both the paragraphs, and the similarity also you can gauge as well as you can infer. Promotions earned by upgradation granted under the MACP scheme in the past to those grades which are in the same level in the pay matrix due to merger of pay scales bar upgradations of posts recommended by the 7th Pay Commission shall be ignored for the purpose of granting upgradation under modified ACPs. The benefit of merger will accrue with effect from the date of notification of the recruitment rules for the relevant post. So, while interpreting this para 5 and taking a different view of what you call recruitment rules, an amendment to the recruitment rules, they have introduced a circular dated 26 of 2020 stating that the SMs stand eligible for the third MACP only from 16 to 18 when the date of when the amendment rule was introduced for the purpose of recruiting SMs rather. Actually, if you go through the 93 of 2016, which was instrumental in amending the recruitment rule, as pronounced by the Honorable President of India, the cutoff date of 16 to 18 is rather unsustainable. Why I am saying this? Let me also go through that paragraph, Annexer A of 93 of 2016. Annexer A and Annexer B applicable to various categories of railway servant is enclosed. Annexer A shows the revised pay structure, pay matrix and the level specified therein with reference to the existing pay structure applicable to the different categories of railway servant for whom normal replacement level has been recommended by the 7th CPC and approved by the Government of India. This was also circulated as Part A of Schedule in the Railway Services Revised Pay Rules 2016. Annexer B shows certain specific railway categories where upgradation of post has been recommended by the 7th CPC and approved by the Government of India. The revised pay structure will take effect from 1st January of 2016. The very important notification in this aspect is the schedule has the sanction of the President. This is the Railway Board letter which has been communicated throughout India to all the general managers. Again, let me go to para 5 of 16 of 2020. Promotions earned by upgradation granted under the MACP scheme in the past to those grades which are in the same level in the pay matrix due to merger of pay scales or upgradation of posts recommended by the 7th Pay Commission shall be ignored for the purpose of granting MACP. You just again come back to 93 of 2016. It throws more light. Certain specific railway categories where upgradation of post has been recommended by the 7th CPs. Here, 2,800 has been upgraded to 4,200. What the wordings is very specific. 2,800 is upgraded to 4,200 grade pay. So again, if you go through para 5 of the MACP scheme introduced under 16 of 2020, which very specifically says MACP scheme in the past to those grades which are in the same level. Now we have been brought under the same level of 4,200 grade pay by way of an upgradation. If that be the case, 1/1/2016 is the cut-off date for the purpose of what you call for the purpose of extending MACP to the level 9 of 5,400 grade pay. So if you assume that third MACP is now to the level 9, how it should be extended? That is the very basic question before the personnel department as well as before many station masters. Basically, we must also probe into the issue of upgradation of 2,800 to 4,2, whether any retrospective effect was given or not. If you go through the pay commission recommendation, it was very specific. that all the station masters, those who are in 2800 grade pay, must be first upgraded to 4200. Then their pay must be fixed in the new pay level matrix. If that be the case, the pay commission has recommended those who were in 2800 grade pay till 31/12/2015 must be upgraded first, and then pay must be refixed according to the pay level or the pay matrix. If that be the case, it goes to prove that the retrospective effect is granted to the station masters by the pay commission by upgrading 2800 to 4200 grade pay. So then what will be the position as far as the MACP is concerned also to be probed into? If you take into consideration of upgradation of the post of ASMs to SM, that is 28 to 42, the station master's category is left only with the two grade pays, that is level 6 and level 9, that is 4200 and 4600. Those who have got the promotion from 2800 to 4200, now because of the upgradation it is being nullified, and you have been brought to 4200 retrospectively, and your promotions which you have earned in 5000, 5500, 6000, whatever it may be, they all been annulled because you have been extended with a common grade pay of 4200 by the 6th pay commission, and that has been converted into level 6 in the 7th pay commission. So what has happened is, the 4600 and 4800 which you have got through MACP as on 1/9/2008, now what is second and third MACP, after this implementation of the 6th pay commission, now that has been because of the upgradation, 4/6 become first and 4/8 becomes second. How do you say that 4/6 become first and 4/8 become second? So when you go through para 6.1 of pay commission report, rather MACP circular issued by Government of India and adopted by the Railway Board, it has been very specifically mentioned wherever initial recruitment grade has been upgraded by the 7th pay commission, the MACP which has been granted to the employees to the level of 4/6 and 4/8. They have quoted one postal inspector as an example. Their initial pay of 4/2 has been upgraded to 4/6. So they say that the 4/6 becomes initial recruitment and 4/8, which was second MACP, becomes first. So as far as in our category, station masters categories are concerned, you have got your second MACP as 4/6 and third MACP as 4/8. Now 4/6 become first, 4/8 becomes second. When you will be getting with 4/6 on completion of 10 years of stagnation from the date of appointment, and 4/8 will be at completion of 20 years stagnation from the date of appointment. But everything will be based on the cutoff date of 1/9/2008. Of course, we claim it from 1/1/2006 that it is not possible because Supreme Court has interfered in a wrong manner. And they have passed an order stating that it is only an incentive and that cannot be extended from 1/1/2006, contrary to the recommendations of the 6th, 7th pay commission as well as 6th pay commission, which have categorically emphasized it is nothing but a pay. Why I am trying to say this? They have taken into consideration of the MACP for the purpose of pension as pay, as emoluments under Rule 49 of the pension rules of the Railway Service Pension Rules. So that has to be fought in another forum. That is something different. Now our question is whether third MACP falls due on completion of 30 years from the date of appointment or 16 to 18. That is the question before our category, whether in service or retired. As far as my knowledge goes, if you go through the para 8 of the 16 RB 16 of 2020, it has been very specifically mentioned that the MACP scheme continues to be effective from 1/9/2008. And before the issuance of 16 of 2020, after implementation of the 7th pay commission also, 5,400 grade pay was available to the station masters. Why I am saying is, those who are appointed as traffic apprentices to the grade pay of 4,200, that is 1,400, 2,300, then it has been converted as 1,600, 2,060, then it has been converted as what you call 5,500, everything. Because of the merger of the grades of 5,000, 5,500, and brought into 6,500, they stand eligible for 5,4. And you just take, when one station master, those who have been recruited to the grade of 4,200 are eligible for 5,4 even before the implementation of the 7th Pay Commission. As per the MACP circular issued by 101 of 2009, and when 7th Pay Commission has upgraded all the ASMs to 4,200 retrospectively, can there be a denial by the railway board stating that you are not eligible for 5,4 before 16 to 18? It is impermissible in law. Why I am trying to say this? When MACP Circular 16 of 2020 itself categorically extends the benefit from 1/9/2008, when 5,4 was available from 1/9/2008 after the implementation of the 6th Pay Commission, we stand eligible as per para 6.1 of the Railway Board Letter 16 of 2020, and our second MACP 46 become first, our third MACP 48 becomes second. On completion of 30 year, in place of 4,800, 5,4 to be given to the station masters. And when you are extending 5,4 to the station masters on completion of 30 years, now the question of APR plays a role. Now the railway board has misinterpreted the railway board order. Not railway board and other GMs and other people, personal department. They are insisting for very good. The circular which says that we'll have to have very good was introduced only in the year 2017, and our eligibility goes back, dated back to some 10 years back. That is, those who are appointed in 1980, they stand eligible for 5,4 on completion of 30 years, that is 2010. If that be the case, when 4,800 grade pay was granted to the station masters as third MACP, when that has been replaced as second MACP wide para 6.1 of 16 of 2020, Railway Board Letter 16 of 2020, automatically 5,4 goes back, dated back, or rather it has to be advanced accordingly. So a man who has joined in the year 1980 stands eligible for 5,400 in 2010 itself. At that point of time, as per the Railway Board Circular 101 of 2009, who is eligible for third MACP is to have only good as their APR. So automatically he stands eligible for 5,400 on completion of 30 years with a gradation of good. So any application of retrospective, any retrospective application of 2016 circular stating that you must have 5,400 defeats the very purpose of issuing a circular under 16 of 2020 wide para 6.1 by readjusting the MACPs, third as second, second as first. So the objects ought to be achieved by the circular issued by the DOPT as well as adopted by the Railway Board cannot be and shall not be defeated by introducing a new class stating that you are eligible from 16 to 18. The 16 to 18 doesn't have any role at all as far as station master is concerned. So let me come to that point. Why I am trying to say it, because when they are introducing this correction amendment to the recruitment rule, you can go through that amendment. The amendment is very specific, and it says those who are in The amendment is very specific. Amendment says it is only a staff pattern. That is how amendment is. Amendment has been brought into force by 22 of 2018, in which it has been very specifically stated. Attention is invited to para 122 of IREM, where the recruitment process was introduced to fill up the vacancies of station masters. Consequent to the upgradation of the post of ASM. So they have the correction itself starts consequent to the upgradation of post of the ASM and its merger with the post of station masters along with functions of the 7th CPC. The issue of change in staffing pattern of station master are under consideration. So the recruitment rule, which was circulated under 93 of 2016 by the Honorable President of India, was adopted by the Railway Board. And while they are introducing the amendment to the para 122 of filling up of vacancies of SMs, they have agreed that we have been already upgraded. And then how to fill up the upgraded vacancy, that was the amendment. That is staffing pattern. How through GDC and LDC the post have to be filled in. So, so in that aspect, the amendment which was introduced in 16 to 18 does not or will not hamper any way extension of 5,400 grade pay to the station masters, whether in service or retired. So the cutoff date of 1/9/2008 is the crucial date on which the MACP scheme introduced under 101 of 2000 plays a vital role. And it extends the facility of getting third MACP by reiterating that this MACP continues to be effective from 101 of 2000, 19/2008 by way of Railway Board Circular under 16 of 2020. So the denial of MACP on completion of 30 years who have joined in the year 76 or what you call 80 or 81 or 82, whatever it may be, bringing a cutoff date of 16 to 18 is unsustainable. Moreover, when we have made a representation to the DOPT that you are not supposed to interfere with the recruitment rules of the railway services, because we have been exempted under Article 77 by the business allocation rule, that the recruitment rules can be framed by the railways itself for the purpose of recruiting people because it's a special area. And the DOPT has also answered, we are not concerned about the amendment to the recruitment rules by the railway. They have got their own way of amending the rules. So the railway board taking shelter, stating that we will have to get the concurrence from the DOPT is nothing but beating around the bush. And in Kushava versus Union of India, Supreme Court has very specifically held railways have got a separate codified rule books are available, statutes are available. And one step further, they have also very categorically stated that IREM is a statutory one and it was issued under Article 309 of the Indian Constitution by the Honorable President of India. So taking a cue, stating that DOPT is the authority to direct us to amend the rule is nothing but cheating on the category of station masters. It has been very specifically stated by the DOPT that we are not concerned about it. Even after that, our memorandum we have submitted through ARMSA, they are not correcting themselves. Why I am trying to insist upon this sort of regarding this MACP extension of third MACP to the station masters in service, whether retired or not, in service or retired. When All India Station Masters Association representatives are meeting the railway officials, whether during conciliation or during any negotiating facility which has been extended to them because of our 1997 strike, they must place it in proper manner before the railway board, so that the station masters, those who have retired before 1/1/2016, more so, and I like to add one more, I want to call impress upon you that those who have fought for us from 1976 to 2016, anywhere that is in between, some 40 years have gone. And there were many station masters, those who have fought for us, whether it is for uniform allowance or cloth and stitching charge or restructuring of revised percentage system for station masters, or whether minimum upgradation. Because when even in 1976, there were rumors that our initial grade pay was to be upgraded to 425 640. When we were under training in 1980s also, the instructors and principals used to say that on joining the open line, most probably you will be getting 425 640 directly, because there are many proposals in railway board to upgrade the station master's post to 425 640 from those days onwards. So it's not a new thing to get 4,200. So when it has been upgraded by the pay commission stating that there is no difference in duties and responsibility among ASMs and SMs, automatically the qualification also, degree, university degree, they have upgraded it. While they have upgraded the post ASM to SM, it doesn't mean that what you call that recruitment rule has been changed only from 1/1/2016. That has been operated retrospectively, because the pay commission recommendation was such: those who have been recruited in 2800 also were upgraded to 4000, that is why the 4200 grade pay, that is level 6. Why I am trying to say is, if their contention that recruitment rule cutoff date 16 to 18 has to be applied on station masters, those who have been appointed after 16 to 18 in 4200 grade pay or level 6 are only eligible for 5/4. But that was not the case. Many station masters, those who have been appointed in 1982, 83, 84, 85, were extended with for the third MACP to the level 9, but for the cut-off date of 16 to 18. So the argument that it was not retrospective, it's only prospective, is rather false. It cannot stand before test of law. Let me complete with this. Let me come to the other areas of MACP, like denial of MACP in the name of APIR. Denial of MACP stating that you have been transferred from one division to another or one railway to another. Again, you have been promoted to the same grade pay with the pay protection and all. And then denial of MACP stating that you have come from a different category, that is from signaler to ASM, commercial to ASM, all these things. Let me explain how these people are also eligible for 5/4, that is level 9 grade pay, in my another speech. Thank you. Kindly peruse and pursue all the railway board orders which has been issued on MACP, and try to understand the complexity of MACP scheme and apply them in our favor. And I may be wrong or I may be right, but you will have to infer and introspect the railway board also which has been issued in different forms and different dates, and come to a conclusion whether my argument before you is correct or not. Thank you.